Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, first I want to apologize that I can't be with you tonight. It would probably be hypocritical for me to say that I deeply regret being in Canada and meeting with Prime Minister Trudeau in order to strengthen the relationship between our countries. But believe me, I wish I could be at two places at the same time. Not only tonight. RTL has a new home in Luxembourg. You moved just some steps away from Kibi 1 and Kibi 2. No, it's not Star Wars. But now you are entering a complete new era. From what I've seen of RTL City, I can tell you that it feels like the beginning of a new era. You can see that something is happening and that it is far more than just moving boxes and computers around. The concept of this building is very innovative and inspiring. You created an ideal environment for a company that continuously has to overthink and reinvent itself, that is vibrating and in tune with time and topicality. So congratulations on the start of the new era. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you make out of this reboot. Your group has a long-standing and very successful history in our country, Luxembourg. The relationship is tight, and you helped us bringing and keeping our country on the world map of the media industry. You are an important player worldwide, and we are proud and of course satisfied that you showed your commitment to our country as a global media center by building this new headquarters in our Luxembourg capital. RTL is also a partner for us as a provider of public broadcasting in Luxembourg, and it has been so since 1995. Since this first-year agreement 22 years ago, the world has changed a lot, and it is not a surprise that the agreement we signed last month is different from the one that our predecessors had negotiated. In times when everybody is not only consumer of information, but also producer and somehow broadcaster, it has become much more complicated and challenging to keep up with what happens around you. It has become much more difficult to get attention of the audience, and it has become much more difficult to finance quality journalism. We are very well aware of that, and I think that we have found the right balance between what we can expect and what you can provide to the Luxembourgish population. The notion of quality has become the game changer in the media business. Today, almost everybody can send out information to the world, but not everybody can deliver high-quality information. Information that has been questioned, analyzed, digested, handled, processed before it is broadcasted. I have full confidence that RTL is the right partner to provide Luxembourg with quality information and infotainment. For the last 22 years, there was a person in our administration who was responsible for overlooking the compliance of our agreement on the public service, Jean-Paul. I want to thank you today for the job you have been doing as the Government Commissioner to CLT-UFA since 1995. I know that it has not always been easy to represent your minister, but I really appreciate the effort and the commitment you put into this. Thank you very much. I think that the Governance Commissioner to CLT-UFA has a very high responsibility, and this has not changed with the agreement we signed for the period after 2021. Actually, the opposite is true. The Commissioner has to overlook the details of the contract, keep up with internal developments, ask the questions that need to be asked, and make the comments that need to be made, and report directly to the Minister in charge of Media and Communications. I take this very seriously, and the government appointed my Chief of Staff, Paul Consbruck, to succeed to Jean-Paul Sanz. Paul, you will be the new Commissioner from the 1st of June on, and I wish to you all the luck and courage you will need in this position. Finally, let me say some last words on Luxembourg as a hub for companies from the media and communications business. You know that through our history, we always had to constructively question and adjust our economic foundations. We did this by developing the steel industry. We did this by developing as a financial center, and we did this by developing our country as a top destination for companies like RTL or SES, leaders in the media and communication business. This tradition of reinventing ourselves has not changed. Currently, we are again in a period where we are reorientating our economy. We do that by a true commitment to the digital sector, and we are creating an environment that is already beneficial and will be highly competitive in the future. We are investing in infrastructure and in connectivity. We are creating the regulatory and legal framework that is needed, and we show full commitment of political actors to develop our country as a true smart nation. But we can only do that when companies that already are part of our economy support us and help us to create a living space for activities that give the shape to the Luxembourgish economy and society for the new decades. I'm sure that RTL will be a reliable partner in our vision of Luxembourg being smart and even a smarter nation. Thanks to all, the best from Canada, and enjoy your evening.